Here I'll be showing you how you can record multiple takes in Logic. Now what I'm doing works for any audio track that you've got going on. I'll be using guitar, but you can do this with any audio track, vocals or whatever. So what I'm going to do is record 2 takes, and I'll show you how that works. So the first take, you just record as normal. So there's my first take. Now what I want to do is record a second take. Now instead of opening up a new track, what I want to do is do another recording on the same track. So exactly the same way I recorded the first take. And then what that does is that creates a take folder for you. So here I've got take 1 and take 2, and at the top here, it just reflects which take that you've chosen. So you can record as many takes as you want, really. If you really wanted to, you could do like 10 takes of the same thing. But just be aware that the more takes there are, the more space it will take up in your Logic project in terms of file size, etc. And when you've decided what take you want to go for, you can just click on it. And then you can hide the take folder, so it's not taking up space visually in the window. And whenever you want to go back to it, just click the drop down arrow, and that brings up your takes again. Now let's say you've 100% decided that take 1, for example, is the take that you definitely want to keep, and you're not bothered about the other takes that you've done. So what you can do to save file space is you can then turn this take folder into just one regular audio file. So if you go up here to where this number is, if you click flatten, that will get rid of any takes that aren't highlighted and will keep the take that you've decided to go with. So you're flattening that take folder into one audio file. And yeah, that's basically how you record multiple takes and switch between them. Now something else you can do is you can actually chop up takes as well. So for example, you could highlight the first half of take 1 and highlight the second half of take 2, and then merge those takes together to make one audio file. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video if that's something that you're interested in. I think when it comes to recording different takes, a piece of good practice that I picked up from a producer that I worked with was try and aim to get 3 good solid takes. So 3 takes that at least initially you're pretty happy with. And that's a good thing to do sometimes for a couple of reasons. I think firstly, if you're a bit of a perfectionist, it helps you to just move on and get more recording done. Because if you're striving for that one amazing, perfect take, you'll constantly be self-analyzing what you're playing in a super critical way. And you might end up recording, then deleting, then recording, then deleting again. But if you just get 3 solid takes, chances are that within those 3 takes, there's a keeper there. Or there's enough there that you could stitch together something that you're happy with. And secondly, when you get to the editing phase, you just have more audio to play with. And if maybe on second thoughts, something ends up not being quite right on one of the takes that you've done, it probably won't be an issue because you've got 2 other solid takes to pick from anyway. And you can try different things with different takes as well. So maybe on one take you can play something slightly differently, and it just gives you more options during the editing phase.